Okay, guys, I thought this might be fun today to play the favorites game a little bit. Now, excuse me, I should say right up front that I'm not particularly good at the favorites game. And I know what you're saying. You're saying, Curtis, the favorites game isn't like a real demanding mental test. You shouldn't be able to be bad at the favorites game. But the thing is, I'm one of these people that if there's anything that I really, really like and I enjoy, you get to a certain level and I don't know how you pick one over the other. It's not that I'm not willing to do it. It just can't make the call. But I thought it'd be fun. I'll give out some, I'll ask you guys for favorites on some things. You guys can post your question for favorites in the comments as well. Hey, Chrome. Yeah, super early. First one here. Hey, Solaris. Yeah, again, now there are certain things where I have clear cut favorites, but there are others where, and a lot of them are the things I get asked a lot, having to do with anime stuff like that. I just, you get to a level of excellence that it's hard to discern. Cassidy, Poppy's in the Quasar. Wolverine, Angel, Sarah. Wendy, Quasar says, "What's your favorite color that isn't piss yellow?" I never liked yellow. My favorite color is probably black. Well, as you can tell, most all my shirts are black. I don't know why. Maybe because black and blue color the brews. I've always liked black and purple, dark blue, that type of stuff. Kind of fitting my personality considering how often I've been bruised. But let me ask you guys one. Okay, in on a random day, just random afternoon, evening, you're getting ready to have dinner, and without any other particulars involved, without any other, knowing any other circumstances, what's your favorite food to eat for dinner? If you just got to pick one, what are you eating? Me, that one I can pick. It's pizza. I just freaking love pizza. Whenever my wife and I go someplace new, that's one of my favorite things to do is find a pizza joint and try out the pizza and stuff. So that one I do have a favorite on. A good burger is next, right below it, but definitely pizza. Orange chicken, Cassie? Yeah, see, Critter's right with me, pizza. Wolverine says, remember when Kerr and I tried using Genjutsu Itachi? Yeah, remember when that was your screen name for so long? Mac and cheese, Angel. Brax would be close with you on that one. I don't know if that'd be his favorite, but that'd be way up there. You guys know me. Mac and cheese incorporates American cheese a lot of times, so it can go screw itself. Burritos. Quasar. It's sad because I like burritos, but I eat them with nothing but the beef. I like meat. Wendy's Pizza. Smoked ribs. Secret Agent Randy Bean says, ribs are okay. For me, it's like, Sweet and sour chicken. I do like that, Harry. You guys know my tastes are like really, really limited. But when we go to Chinese, the only two things I eat are sweet and sour chicken. That's really good. And boy, they kind of got me wanting that. To talk to my wife about that because we're going to grab something out for dinner tonight. And beef fried rice. Oh, and wait. Cancel that because my favorite Chinese place is closed on Tuesdays. Of course. Probably chicken katsu curry or carbonara, Chrome says. Look says I don't eat it unless forced to. Oh, a filet steak. Yeah, that's good too, Chrome. Poppy says, hey, Spazman, I'm an auntie now. Oh, congratulations. That's cool. Yeah, being an aunt or in my case, being an uncle, that's cool because you get to spoil the kids and then give them back to their parents. You get to be cool and all. You don't have to deal with all the issues and angst that come along with children, and just be the cool aunt and then tell the parents to deal with it. Chow mein, Quasar? Grilled cheese with all the fake cheese. JFK. Yeah, see, that's that. Well, Brax is always like that stuff, which it's weird how something can be that different when you share the same DNA. That I despise American cheese. And Brax loves all those cheese dishes. Macaroni and cheese, grilled cheese, ribs and fries. Yep. Yep. Pasta salad, Angel? My wife likes pasta salad. Cheeseburger with the works, Wolverine? Well, I love hamburgers. You know me and cheese. But yes, hamburgers I love. My oh, there's seeing who's at our front door. It's a bird in the in the camera. Um, for me, a burger with the works means a hamburger on a roll. That's hamburger and bun. That's how I eat it. No condiments, no nothing. Harry says, "Glad I offered a good suggestion." You lost me, Harry. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what suggestion you mean. Zuchen says Mexican food. Oh, see, I can't do much Mexican food even if I wanted to because, well, I could, but then I'd have to replace my toilet. Mint man, good to see you, pal. Sir, Grandma, Uncle Curtis John. Did the Cowboy Bebop reaction on the goose get taken down? Oh my God, isn't that terrible? Bebop was one of them, right, Chrome? Yeah. Let's see, what got hit was Hunter x Hunter, Death Note, JoJo. Was Bebop one of them, Chrome? No, I don't. Isn't that terrible? I can't remember. I don't think Bebop was. Right now, of course, we've got links unavailable at the Goose Shutter Patreon just because we had that issue with Mega, and we got to wait the 10 business days to get rid of that claim they had on it, which should hopefully be at the end of this week. Wolverine says, "I detest Indian food despite my Indian heritage." You're not the only Indian person I've ever met that has said that same thing, Wolverine. That's funny. That Indian people who don't like Indian food. I didn't Bleach. That was it, Chrome. Yeah, no, that's right. Bleach was the other one. Thank you, Chrome. No, Bebop should still be there. Again, we just have to wait to get our Mega account reinstated, but it should be there. Well, the link is going to be unavailable, Mintman, to everything. Well, not everything, but anything older that was put up on Mega, because we had some bullshit claims come in on Mega. I filed the counterclaims, but then it takes 10 business days for them to say, "Oh yeah, they didn't really mean it." And then they just put everything back up. So right now it's just going to show up as being down. But I'm going to, today's Tuesday, probably tomorrow I'll email Mega again, and I'm going to ask them when our 10 days will be up, because I immediately filed the counterclaim. So hopefully they sent me a message saying they would immediately pass them along to get the 10 days rolling, so we'll know when we get everything back. So it shouldn't be much longer now. All the new stuff still continues. It's still going up and everything. I just found another place to post them. Austin says, "What is your favorite American Dad and Family Guy character, and have you watched Johnny Bravo or Johnny Test?" Yes, but I have to remember which was which. Johnny... Oh, I'm thinking Johnny Quest. Johnny Quest I hated. Johnny Bravo and Johnny Test were both okay. I mean, there was stuff I watched. It was never high on my list. Favorite American Dad? I don't know if I ever really picked a favorite. Probably Roger. I mean, that's an obvious pick, but probably is. And Family Guy, it's become Chris. It wasn't at the beginning, but that's become Chris. He's just, especially in what seems to be the later episodes, I just like his kind of dark nature. Hey, Angel, thanks for joining the burners. Chrome says, "So what you're saying, Curtis, is your favorite burger is a fish sandwich with mayo, liver, and raw onion, and a prune smoothie. Oh, and how could I forget 3-day-old American cheese? It doesn't even have to be 3 days old, Chrome. To me, if the cheese was old and moldy, it's not going to be any worse than it was the day it was fresh. It's just nasty no matter what." My favorite music genre? I listen to a lot. The only thing I really don't care for is country. With music, I'll listen to anything if it's good. And even then, there's old country I like. I just don't like the current country. But if I had to pick one, probably most of my list would fall into the classic rock category. But again, I've got If you ever saw my playlists that I listen to, it's all over the place. I like a little bit of everything. Chrome says, so I'm watching the suggestion thread. We're taking nominations for the next series over at the Goosh. And I'm totally expecting that bad Fallout series or solo leveling to be Inuyasha again. You think? Although you got to remember too, Chrome. A lot of times a great deal of the time, the show that leads the nomination votes doesn't necessarily win the poll, though. Excuse me. Zuchen says, what is your favorite number one drink besides water if you had to choose to drink forever? Basically a flavored drink. Probably be like my Pepsi Zero. That's what I drink the most of. I like Pepsi Zero. Like Coke Zero. It's funny. I got to where I used to drink soda quite a bit many, many years ago. And then I started drinking the diets back when I was into sports and everything to try and cut down the sugar. I got to where I prefer the sugarless sodas more. And the zero ones are better than the diet ones. Mortem says, I'm big into metal usually. New metal or deathcore. I grew up on Slipknot. So yeah, see how, again, now that's not a genre I've heard a lot of. But there are songs within those genres I've heard and like. If with most forms of entertainment, if something's good, I'll partake in it. Just like how Chrome started me off on magical girl anime. Now I'll admit, even I, just by it being called magical girl anime, it's like okay. As I said, I'm willing to try anything. my expectations were not high, but I ended up really enjoying Cardcaptor Sakura. I thought it was super sweet. Really cute little show. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, and there's been a lot of things that have surprised me, especially in anime. Austin says, would you rather play for Queen or Guns N' Roses? Oh, nobody tops Queen for me, Austin. Nah, Freddie Mercury is my musical idol. Not that there's anything wrong with Guns N' Roses. Coke is better than Pepsi? See, for me, it depends, Wolverine. Now, before you had the zeros, I liked Diet Pepsi better than Diet Coke, but I liked regular Coke better than regular Pepsi. And now that they have the zeros, Coke Zero and Pepsi Zero are both good. What is my favorite song? I don't know. That's a tough one, Quasar. That falls into the category I was talking about earlier. I don't know if I have one favorite song. And particularly with having the wide range in stuff that I listen to, it depends on what mood I'm in. Viva La Vida is always up there at the top. I absolutely love that song. And there's so many classics. There's several from Queen that I will never ever get tired of. Fleetwood Mac's got several. Billy Joel, Elton John, Bruno Mars. There's so many that have several songs that are just highlights to me. Dr. Pepper's your favorite, Zuchen? I don't know if it's his favorite or not, but Brax always liked Dr. Pepper. Still does. I don't know if he'd call that his favorite or not. I'd have to ask him. Yeah, Viva La Vida. Clips Me Boy, I tell you, it's unusual. Usually, for me, it takes me several listenings of a song to decide if it's something I'm really into or not. Not all the time. Sometimes something just strikes you right away. But Viva La Vida, I'll never forget this. Coldplay, and this was back when it came out all those years ago, was promoting their album in TV commercials. And in a TV commercial, they played a clip of Viva La Vida. And I don't know why. Immediately, I mean, from the first time I heard that clip, it struck me. And I was like, okay, I need this music. That one just hit a chord with me from the get-go. Quasar says, I like Mountain Dew Baja Blast Zero. Yeah, all the Mountain Dew flavors there's pretty cool. I like how they're always coming out with different stuff. Brax is always trying different ones. Excuse me, guys. Forged in Hell's Flame says, Curtis, what's your favorite action or martial arts movie? Again, to pick one is tough because I've watched a lot. I can guarantee you what it's not. It's not anything that Steven Seagal even sniffed. If he was near it, I didn't like it. Schwarzenegger, of course, had some great ones. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to begin to pick a favorite in a genre that broad. Favorite George Carlin stand-up joke? Oh, again, you're asking to narrow it down. I always liked Where's All the Blue Food, though. I always thought that was really funny. Thomas says, favorite wrestler? Well, I'm old, so mine will always be Bruno Sammartino. And not only was he my favorite, but then when I had the opportunity to meet him and, just found out what an insanely nice man he is, what a gentleman he is, and just an amazing dude. No one will ever supplant him. Of the more modern era, it's Mark Calloway. It's The Undertaker. But Bruno will always be my number one. Poppy says, Bohemian Rhapsody has my favorite guitar riff in all of music. That's fair. That's very fair. I think my favorite guitar riff, though, might be in Freebird. That's pretty amazing, that riff. Quasar says, what is your favorite president? Unironically, I like George Washington. Not because he's the first, but he led the revolution well. I can't say I really have. I may be too much of a cynic, but even presidents I've liked have had so many warts that there's none I've ever gotten excited about or am excited about, certainly. Brett says, I saw a Queen concert last year where they had Adam Lambert as lead singer and did a great job. That's what I've heard. I haven't seen it, of course, but a lot of people have said he does really well. I don't know, just probably because I'm old and I grew up with them. That might be a concert I would go to, but it's not something I would go out of my way for just because it's not Freddie. Austin says, I love Kiss from a Rose by Seal. That was a good song. And who would win, Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee? Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee, that's so difficult to compare, based on their movies. Bruce Lee's speed was insane. No matter what else can be said, his speed was ridiculous, and speed kills. But Jackie Chan is an advanced martial artist. I think if they fought 10 times, you might very well get a 5-5 split. I mean, two magnificent martial artists. It's tough. Making calls on fighters when they're both that great is really rough. That's why those kind of things, when possible, obviously that wouldn't be possible, need to be settled in the ring, in the cage or whatever, because it's just so hard to say. Just like with boxing, people asking, because I'm a big boxing fan, about different eras. It's so hard to say. Styles make fights. How somebody comes out on a given night. Muhammad Ali beat George Foreman all those years ago in Zaire. And I still say if they fought 10 times, Foreman wins 9. Ali just was a smart man. As a fighter, he was brilliant. And he came up with that rope-a-dope on the fly and beat him. I don't think, had that not been something that he fell into, Foreman kills him. And Ali said himself, he knew he was in trouble the first time he hit him in the shoulder, and it felt like his whole body was on fire. Yeah, exactly, Nacho. Says Bruce Lee has so few on-record feats, makes him hard to predict what he could accomplish. Right. And that's why I bring up the speed. The speed we could see. The speed was insane. But it's just impossible to say. Yeah, I haven't watched as much boxing now. Gimster sponsored over at the Goosh a couple of boxing videos this month on fighters, and I really enjoyed it. It gets me jazzed up for boxing again. But it dropped off over the years. I'm enthused for Tyson Paul though. I'm going to be watching that one. Yeah, yeah, good point. Time Link says we also never got to see what Bruce Lee would become. True, but that's why when you talk about Bruce Lee in a fight, that's what I go to is talking about his phenomenal speed because that is the one thing we could see. I mean, his hand speed, his foot speed was just insane. Hey, Andrew, good to see you. S. Blank says, would you rather fight 1,000 elephant-sized elephants or one mouse-sized mouse? I think I like my chances better against the mouse-sized mouse. Zuchan says my favorite guitar riff is from the first SpongeBob movie, Goofy Goober song. Oh, what was? They had so many great songs over the years in SpongeBob. What? What's the one about the sweater? The best time to wear a was it a blue sweater or a something sweater? And then of course we had the fishbowl song there. Oh man, there's so many great things. I agree. Yeah, Rock Forever says MMA is greater than boxing now. Yeah, I would agree with that. Big Purple Pop says Bruce Lee versus Joe Frazier would be hilarious. It's the weight difference between a kindergartner and a teacher. Well, Bruce Lee himself said, and I'm paraphrasing, it's been years, but they asked him who would be the toughest for him to fight in a real fight, and he said, well, he said, you're big bruising, and he said pro wrestler type. He said just because A, they're hard to hurt. He said, and B, he said, I'm a small guy. If he grabs hold of me, he can break me in half instantly, and I'm screwed. So he said that's the most danger because he felt like, a fighter his own size, there's a good chance even if he gets clipped, gets punched, gets kicked, he can roll with the punch, roll with the kick, survive it. But he was right. If you get some monster that's 300 pounds and bench presses 800, if he gets a hold of him, he's screwed. There's nothing he can do. He's gonna seriously hurt him in an instant. Ryan says, what's your favorite indie animated series so far? So far, probably has been so far, but boy, there's some. I'm right now. I'm going to post another episode of it here shortly. We've got Murder Drones going over at the Grandpa Curtis Reacts channel. That's really good. I'm only on episode 3. Really like that. The other show, the circus show. I forgot the name of the title already. Those first 2 episodes were great. A lot of good stuff coming out like that. Time Link says, yeah, big grappler damage. Yeah, and he made a strong point. He's right. Bruce Lee was, I think, 140, 150 pounds? If you get snatched up by somebody that big, it's going to happen too fast. You're going to be seriously hurt too fast. Brett says, what is your favorite concert you've attended? Probably years ago, I went to a Stevie Nicks concert. I always loved her when she was in Fleetwood Mac and everything from the time I was a kid. Had a great time. I never got to see Queen in concert. So it's probably Stevie Nicks. That one sticks out for me. I really enjoyed that one. Austin says, would you rather squash Goldberg or beat Taker at Mania, take a chop from Gunther or Big Show? I would not, not that it would ever happen. I would not want to beat Taker. I didn't want him that streak to break, and I certainly wouldn't want a schlub like me breaking it. I wouldn't. No. I would be honored to get to work him, but we know who would be the winner. And take a shot from Gunther or Big Show, a chop. 6 of one, half a dozen of another. Hard chops are hard chops. They sting. They hurt for a while. They turn your skin purple. I like Big Show better, so I'll just say I'd rather be in the ring with him. Amazing Digital Circus. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, that's going to be really good, too. Those first 2 episodes were great. A lot of good stuff coming. Has been, though. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Has been was really a lot of fun. I had a really good time with that. Zuchen says, but if I had to choose my favorite rock song, it would also be from SpongeBob. Sweet Victory, and the full version is even better. Yeah, that was great. I remember Brax and I sitting down the first time we watched that together was when it first came out, and we were immediately in awe of Sweet Victory. One Piece, my favorite anime. Quit Zone says, yeah, you can't go wrong with One Piece. One Piece is just amazing. It's tough for me. Again, with anime, my favorite may change from day to day depending on what I'm in the mood for. But certain ones stay at the top all the time. One Piece is one of them. Certainly Hunter x Hunter. Secret Agent Randy Bean says, you're a baseball guy. Who do you think will win NL Rookie of the Year? I haven't been following closely enough this year. I just haven't had time. So I can't make a good call. I really haven't seen, I've only seen a couple of games. And I only even made time to, check box scores and stuff every so often. As the season goes on, I'll find more time to get into it more. S. Blank says, what's a universally hated thing that you like? Jeez. I don't know if it's universally, but we're talking cartoons and stuff. Teen Titans Go comes right up to the top of my list because the vast majority of people who are into that stuff hate Teen Titans Go especially when compared to Teen Titans. And I like TT Go. I love it. Yes, the Friends song was really good too. Friend. Yeah. Yep. There were so many really cool songs in SpongeBob. And that's another big plus for Hasbin too, of course, is the songs. Uh Big Purple Pop says, I don't think there's any universally hated thing anyone like. Yeah, you always find somebody who likes it, but that's the best one I can think of just because so many people get outright annoyed by Teen Titans Go, and I love it. Yeah, see, Forza Hell's Flame says, I fucking hate Teen Titans Go. A lot of people do. I just love that stupid humor in that show. Yeah, to be honest, Rizaki, I haven't seen a lot of TT Go recently. So if it has dropped off, I really haven't seen it. Most of what I saw were the early ones, but I always really liked it. Well, that was like regular show for me too. I always loved regular show, but near the end, dropped off hard. I don't mind Nickelback. I know they get a lot of hate, but I don't mind. I mean, they're not like a favorite band of mine, but I don't mind them. Ryan says most people hate Smarties, but I love them. You're right. A lot of people do hate Smarties. I think they're pretty good. Kind of, yeah. It's kind of like eating flavored chalk, but so what? Sometimes you need to chalk it up in life. uh, Demi says I don't like Teen Titans Go, but I do like they're self-aware about the hate. Yeah, self-aware about a lot of things. But you're right, Demi. I've seen episodes that speak to that where they I like that they're, as Demi says, they're aware of it and they address it, the fact that people hate them. uh, I don't know what we're talking about, Purple Pops. I went through the phase of disliking it, but it's perfectly fine minus the fetish episode. I don't know what one we mean. Uh, Roman Hardware says, Officer, what's your name, sir? Me, my last name is Dover. Officer, what's your last name, Mr. Dover? Me, or first name, Matt? Ben. Officer, bend over. Hey, buy me dinner first, officer. Friendly officer. That's an old one. Bend over. That's an oldie. The night begins to shine. Yeah, that was good, Ryan. That was good. I almost forgot about that one. Yeah, that was another one Brax and I watched together, and we rocked right out into it. It is Forged in Hell's Flame. The night begins to shine. It's so perfectly campy. Chrome says, so who's your favorite DC Robin? Now after meeting two in Batman TAS and Teen Titans Go. I don't know. they're so different. I mean, I like I like being annoyed by the Robin in Teen Titans Go because he's kind of a douche. He really is. I mean, he's kind of a bully and just a douchebag in general. But for some reason, I still like him. Really, Big Purple Pop says, ever seen the leg episode for Teen Titans Go? If not, please watch and cringe. It's borderline fetish hentai. I think I might have seen that one. Power, something about the legs being all powerful, wasn't it? That sounds familiar. Demi says, LOL, I hated Smarties as a kid. I still ate them because I was a kid. And it's candy, right? 100%. I also had a teacher that gave everyone one M&M. What are we going to do with one M&M? I said, that's almost like child abuse. One M&M? You can't do that to a kid. Oh yeah, I would. Oh that would have been a problem. Yeah, been like, bitch, get out and buy us all a bag. Crow says, "Oh, he means the one where Raven becomes a leg fetish superhero in a yellow leotard." Okay, I did see that. I knew there's something. I didn't really. Yeah, I guess that could be fetishist. I didn't really catch that. It was an okay episode. Ryan says, "Have you ever seen movies by Satoshi Kon? Perfect Woo, Paprika, Paranoia, Agent? Nope, nope." Kaiser said, "Do you have a favorite firearm?" I had I wouldn't say in specific. When I lived in New Mexico, I had a Smith and Wesson 357 that I really, really liked. I was really accurate with that gun. Uh, but no, I mean, I don't really follow it that close. I am going to get my pistol permit here in North Carolina, and I'll get my concealed carry as well. But I don't have a specific gun I'm looking for. I'm going to my my sister's fiance is actually a nationally ranked competitive shooter, and former. I've told you guys he's a former military sniper, so he knows everything there is to know about guns. So I just go to him, and he'll tell me what I should get. Uh, Ivry says, "Oh, have you watched I Think You Should Leave on Netflix? It's weird but very funny." No, I haven't heard of that one. I Think You Should Leave? Hmm. I don't remember hearing that title before. That's interesting. Yeah, I like to have a. Well, my wife and I never get to binge really. We never have enough time to do it. But every once in a while, we try and find a show that we can follow till the end. Excuse me. Zuchen says, "What is your favorite thing to touch?" Boobies. Duh. Mine is slime because of how gooey and stretchy it gets and how it makes fart sounds. Yeah. My granddaughter, when she was younger, she was like way into that slime. That was her thing. You know, any toys that incorporated that slime into it, that was her big thing. Gimster says, "Concealed carry, going to carry on a 50 cal." Let me know. Let's know how it goes. Demi says, "Do you have a favorite wrestler injury, like a fond memory sort of thing?" You mean my injuries? Um, I have some that were funnier than others, I guess. I guess the night I got the back of my one of the times I got the back of my head bashed open with a folding chair would probably be my favorite just because of what happened later on the way home when I had to my head all bandaged and not realizing that the blood had soaked through and run all down my face. And I stopped in a convenience store to grab something to drink and eat for the ride home. And the reaction I got from the two kids who were working there. Okay, Big Purple Pops, thanks for being in. Chrome says, "I mean, it's still not as bad as the Powerpuff Girls reboot that had an episode with a pedo self-insert dating blossom." Ugh. Ew. Everybody says, I think you should leave as a sketch comedy show by a guy who used to write for SNL. Oh, yeah? No, I never heard of that one. Never heard of that. That's one of the things I love about YouTube is some of the sketch comedy we find on here is just exceptional. You know, I'm probably going to do it too. I'm going to start posting some, as a fat guy, I'm going to start posting some reviews of junk foods and stuff on here. Obviously, do it in kind of a comedic bent, but I think I just saw, and this would make me think of it, Oreo has a couple of limited edition Oreos that are out for sale now. I think I'm going to be picking up a couple of those and doing reviews on them. I might start going to restaurants and doing pizza reviews as well and donut reviews. Going to bakeries and reviewing donuts. Favorite chocolate candy brand is Hershey's, but it's not my favorite chocolate. There's a couple of one of them near us of independent chocolate makers who make candy stores who make their own chocolate that are my favorite. Salad reviews never. Nope, I didn't. I couldn't review it because I don't like any of it. It would all get thumbs down. No, we're not going for mukbang, Mortem. We're just going for reviews. We're not going to eat the whole container of Oreos. Just try them and see if they're good or not. Favorite beer? I wouldn't know, Stage. I don't drink beer. I don't have a taste for alcohol at all. VR Dog says, I'm a madman. I like Mounds. I like Mounds. I normally hate coconut, but I like it in those bars. No, I like Mounds. I like Almond Joy even better because I like the almonds. But no, I completely get you there. Dr. Dirt, thanks again, my friend. Dr. Dirt's gifted us a bunch of channel memberships. I appreciate that. Who got these? Secret Agent Randy Beans? Yeah. Infamous Pauly D, Screaming Eagle. Jason Hamilton and Mike C. Thanks. I appreciate that a lot. Again, pal. Appreciate it. Ryan says, I highly recommend watching Perfect Blue. It's an intense psychological thriller anime that blurs the line between fantasy and reality. Interesting. The anime, though, the thing is there, Ryan, pretty much all the anime I watch, or now all the anime I watch, is what gets recommended over at the Goosh at our Patreon. Because I don't have, well, all the different shows we watch, I don't have time really for watching outside of that. Did anybody, I haven't been keeping up. Chrome's been watching the nominations we got going right now. This Perfect Blue, Chrome, did you happen to notice if anybody nominated that? Dimmy says, my favorite injury was my childhood friend and I trying to impress some girls. As soon as you said trying to impress some girls, oh yeah, we've all had those injuries at the bottom of a hill by racing on our scooters. I tried pushing them, but I ended up flying off my scooter, wrecked my leg. Ow. Oh, hell. Yikes. Zuchan says, fruit salad or regular salad? Fruit. I don't even eat regular salad, but I do like fruit salad. Oh, Perfect Blue is a movie? Is it, Chrome? Is that one a movie, Ryan? Not a series, but a movie? Oh, yeah. That Nacho said the same thing, too. Perfect Blue is a one-off movie. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. I haven't heard of that one. I'm way behind on the Ghibli films. I haven't seen as many of them as I'd like, even. Mortem says we have some decent candies in the UK. We also have watermelon Fanta now. That sounds good. I like watermelon flavored things, and I like Fanta. That's not bad. Yeah, but I'm seriously thinking of doing that. It'd be those Oreos first, and then, like I say, comparing like the grocery store donuts to different bakery delivered donuts. Actually, this is a bad time to do it, but because I've been trimming off weight for no other reason other than that, I don't want to die. So last I checked was a couple weeks ago, and I've pared off 14 pounds so far. but I got another 50 or so I'm going to take off. But just to do these, to do these reviews is no big deal. Chrome says, I think people are jumping the gun a little on nominating Invincible Season 2. I know we can nominate series with new seasons, but I feel like that's one of the upcoming ones at the $1 tier. Well, as I mentioned, though, in the description, Chrome, there's a ton, we are behind on a ton of stuff. So it's, anything that anybody wants to see a new season of, it could be quite a while. Because even then, the catch-up shows get mixed in with, well, it was The Office and it's now Always Sunny. So it takes a long time. That's why it's, I allow everybody to go ahead and nominate stuff that we have to catch up on, because I know a lot of people get anxious for it and there's no telling when I'll get to it. Gimster says the nominations that I believe will win the poll this time around will be One Piece, Four Kids Dub, Detective Conan Dub, or Sesame Street. Oh, that was One Piece, Four Kids Dubs. Oh, Chrome was the one who first showed me those. Oh my God. They make me want to gouge my eyes out. Dr. Dirt says we need to rally for Invincible Season 2. I'd be fine with that. I'd be more than fine with that. That's a great show. Yeah, I agree, Clips Me Boy. That's a really, really good show. And that's why, I made it a point to, in the description of the nominations, that it was fine to nominate something that we just have to catch up on, because I know there are certain shows that people really get anxious for us to get caught up on. Oh, the Four Kids Dub is so bad, Ryan. So stupid. I mean, I understand what the concept was, that they were trying to make them more kid-friendly or whatever. But if you're going to butcher a show to that degree, just don't even bother. Just don't do it. Just don't do the series. Chrome says, it's only 8 episodes? Just a little bit surprised that people are voting it in. Its hype kind of fizzled and died because they split season 2 into 2 parts. Oh, did they? Is that why it's only 8? I didn't know that. Time Link, that's true with a lot of people, though. Time Link says, funny enough, those dubs was how I got into One Piece. I've had a bunch of people tell me that. But then, too, if you're a kid and you haven't seen the original, it wouldn't stand out so much what they're doing to butcher the show. Hey, Big Rain. It's so sad when Arlong threw Nami's mother in the dungeon. Jeez. That's one of the... I mean, in the actual One Piece, that's one of the hardest hitting scenes I've seen in anime. You guys know the effect that on me. That's why I despise Arlong. No matter how many villains we've met along the way, and it's been a lot of them, nobody has topped Arlong in One Piece for me for hatred. And that's why I can't even imagine if that scene had been him throwing Bellemere in the dungeon. Zuchan's favorite type of cat breed. Mine's tuxedo and American short hair. I really don't have one. Zuchan, I'm not a cat person at all. It works out well because my wife is deathly allergic to cats, so we would never be able to have one. But I've always been a dog person. When I was a kid growing up, we lived out in the country, so we always had tons of animals, tons of barn cats and stuff around. So we were around them all the time, but they were just never my preference. Yeah. Ryan says Arlong is a real bastard. That just, again, you guys know me and the whole child-parent relationship things. And what he did in front of those little girls, just, yeah, I couldn't get past it. I wanted to see him meet such a painful, gruesome death. I can't even tell you. Chrome says I can't access it right now, but do we still have the 4 Kids One Piece reaction? I have my Mega download of it. Well, when Mega comes back up, we should have it back again. Yeah, Chrome. And it was a Gusher 100, so I have it in files too. Because I've been backing everything up. So I have it in files. That is weird. Chrome says it's 8 episodes, but for some reason, instead of airing them all in one block, they split it into 2 parts. Oh, I gotcha. That's It's really weird. Mortem says I've never had a dog. Yeah, I've always loved dogs. We have the giant dinosaur dog right now, and um, Brax and his fiance have the Texan, the other dog we have, and actually they're moving Friday. Braxton's girlfriend bought a house in a neighboring city, and they're moving out on Friday. Demi says, I love cats. I want to love dogs, but they're too energetic. I like petting them. Yeah, yeah. Dogs can be a little bit That's probably why I like them, though. Because dogs can be absolute idiots. Cats are more calculating, I think, calculating, intelligent creatures, where dogs are just like, it'll be fun. Watch me spin in circles to my head hits the wall. Chrome said, more mean. I don't know if that one that got copyright struck. I don't think so. I don't think it did. I don't. No, I don't think it did. Thomas says, okay, so who do you hate more, Arlong or Shao Tucker? That's a toss up. You get to a level of hatred where there's no hating one more than the other. They're both just absolute garbage. I wanted to see both of them die grisly deaths, and Shao Tucker's was pretty satisfying. Scar did a good job there, but yeah, to me you can't put one over the other. They're both at max hatred. Yeah, Big Green says, "Yeah, dogs are fucking dumbasses. I love them. A lot of them are. Ours are, and that's part of their charm, though." S. Blank says, will you upload the rest of Breaking Bad on this channel, or are you waiting to catch up on the Grandpa channel? Well, that's actually, if you go to the Grandpa channel, you'll see I just uploaded Breaking Bad one by one. Breaking Bad has been one of those shows that here, absolutely YouTube refused to give it any reach. So they would send it out to some of you guys, and that's it. And then it was cut off. So if it does well let's see how many, I just uploaded a little while ago, but if it does well at the Grandpa Curtis channel, because things over there have reach already, we can see it. The channel's already monetized and everything. If it gets some reach over there, then I'm going to catch everybody up over there, and season 5 will also play there. Let's see. Not a lot of interest in it there so far. So we gotta wait and see. If it doesn't do well at the Grandpa Curtis channel, then I'll finish it up over here. We'll see how it goes. I'm just really surprised because generally that is a really popular series for reactions, but well, again, I understand why it didn't fly here because of YouTube. S-Blank says, Breaking Bad reactions have made some people's entire career, so I can't imagine it would flop on there. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, it's too early. I just posted it a little while ago, so, you got to wait for people to see it. But we'll play it by ear and see what happens. It really is a shame. I don't know what it is, Chrome. Well, again, I say that, but I know what it is here. And I've shown you guys that when I look at our metrics. Anything Breaking Bad at this channel, you can tell what the bar graph's going to do. For views, it'll get those initial views. We got a good hardcore group that really enjoys the reactions. They'll get notified, or they'll find it. It goes up, and then boom, it's like an off switch, and then it flatlines. And that's it. Now, the stuff I've been uploading to the Grandpa Curtis channel, any of it that's popular, all the movies I've uploaded, I've done the whole Harry Potter series I brought over there. They keep that continual, gradual arc because it keeps getting sent out because they're doing well. Breaking Bad doesn't matter how well it did. It does not get sent out. I have seen the New York to Dublin portal screen, yeah. And now they had to close it down because in New York, they were flashing boobs, and in Dublin, they were holding up pictures of the Twin Towers, yeah. It could be Big Green, but the other stuff, he said maybe it's because people saw the uploads on this channel already. For instance, the Harry Potter films are a good example. You know, everybody here saw them and they do great over there. And really, we're just about to 3,000 subscribers. And the influence from this channel fell off at about 1,500. So the majority of the last 1,500 have found their way here through YouTube. Again, because videos there get reach. Yeah, the Grandpa Curtis channel is doing it's. I couldn't be more pleased with it. But we'll see. I mean, early on, it just went up a little bit ago. There's not a ton of interest, but we'll see. Give it, overnight and let people see the notification. We'll see what happens. Dimmy says they built the portal like they forgot what humans are. Yeah, we can't have nice things. Yeah, I'm with you, Dimmy. It's like I saw the whole thing and I was saying the same thing. It's like you couldn't possibly be surprised that this happened. I refuse to believe you didn't see it coming. All right, guys, I got to go. This is a fun stream. Again, I'll keep trying to come back in here and pop in with streams every chance I get. This was a lot of fun. We'll be doing that, the Ask Me Anythings. Those are our most popular ones. But we'll do stuff like this too, and maybe we'll even get to game here or there. I wouldn't mind doing some gaming again. But thank you guys for hanging in with me. This has been a lot of fun, and I'm gonna go check now. We're talking about the nominations over at the Gooch. I want to see what's doing well in the nominations. So thanks for hanging out with me, you guys, and I will talk to you again as soon as I can.